So good afternoon again everyone. I wasn't expecting to put up a video so quick after last night's one, but look, we're up to a couple of hundred views on it anyway. A very positive thing, I think, in a lot of ways. But I haven't asked a question about it regarding it, so we're just going to just a brief bit of information about the boards. So the boards I have here are out of Musgrove Wizard Republic and a chap Albert. So this is kind of in response to yourself. Over the years, we've done a lot of research, even starting this process about inbreeding to fix genetics and what have you. So I've done quite a lot of research about genetics, you know, and it's an area I like and have a big interest in myself. Anyway, so through the process, I found out that even after I had initially brought in some boards, Direct Children of Pad Pills Invincible, I had found out after the fact, I had researched after the fact and found out that one of the better ways to increase your hit rate, whether it be racing or breeding, is to be pairing half brother and sister matings out of a father-daughter mating, if the father is the cock you're going to focus on, or mother-son matings if the hen is a good hen, whatever way you're going to work it. So picking a cock line is easier to work with because you can get father-daughter matings fairly quickly, whereas with a hen it really is a time thing, although it takes a year to do both. With the hen, you can only get so many young birds off a hen a year. I kind of would go 4 or 5 pair of eggs. Whether she's breeding them or not herself is irrelevant, but I wouldn't really go too much further. I have done a bit more, but when I've done it a bit more, I've really spread out the matings and are laying the eggs. For example, I've let the hen lay eggs, float them, but I've let her sit dummy eggs till she deserts, so that her cycle isn't affected too much. Because I just don't like wearing out hens. I don't think it's fair on the hen just to be using her as an egg factory. I'm actually just going to move this because it looks very, very dark there. I'll put it back here where it was last night, so it's a bit better there. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Anyway, so yes, I don't like using hens as egg factory, so it's a bit harder to work a hen line than just until you get to the mother-son matings. After that, it works the same. So, Albert, you were asking why I am using the Wizards line when I had them before. Well, really, I didn't really have them before. The Wizard only came over here on loan last year. So, the few boards I bred out are all gone now. Barring I gave 4 Direct Children to a friend of mine who then borrowed the Wizard with the aim of doing father-daughter matings to set up a line for myself if I ever started again, or for a couple of other people who wanted to farm them out. So they're just the way it's worked out. I need to take my head over, so I've decided to carry on with one line, just to do one line for myself here. I'll be farming most of the youngsters out. What I'm going to do is, we've father-daughter matings. We haven't been paired with 4 hens at the moment. 3 of them are his daughters. Like I said last night, one of them is at a hen that flew St. Malo in 2015 or 16, I think she was, into Ireland. 8 weeks it took her. It was a smash of a race anyway. How she got home is still unknown. She may have been brought home and released. Whatever, she's home. Okay. I actually rate the hen. It was a hen a friend of mine bought off a chap, Gavin Williams. Bought through me from Gavin Williams. So Gavin, thanks for the hen. She's a Bushart based pigeon, is what Gavin told me. The other 2 hens, one of them is off a daughter of Musgrove Insanity, 3 times Barcelona for Nick Harvey, and the other one is Musgrove Persistent, the daughter of Musgrove Persistent, 5 times Barcelona. So we paired them to his daughters, and we've also got him paired to a hen at the moment who is a cross between Nick's Lions and Luella pair here that I said before. I've had the Luella boards here, 1 pair only. That were quite successful, and I had to give a pair of young birds to a friend of mine who paired them up, and this hen herself flew Perth this year on the North Road into the west of Ireland, when there was again a smash race, very few birds in the race anyway, so nearly had to fly the 240 miles solo, and cross the water there. So I'm quite happy to breed a few off for. So predominantly what I'll be doing is the father-daughter matings that are used here will be used for breeding, and that's because the research that I have read and looked up shows that you're trying to get the genetic coefficient from the original board that you're started with up to, in the offspring, up to about 40 to 40, I think it's 43% is around. So I say 40 to 45%. Okay? So the research says, the research says 43%. And the way to do that, of the original stud board, whether it be hen or cock, is pair them back to their children. So you have mother-son matings or father-daughter matings, in this case is what I'm working with. And from there, all of those half-brothers and sisters go back together. Now the important thing in this breeding program is that there's only one board repeated in any mating. In anywhere in that pedigree then when you look back over it, the only one pigeon that should be repeated is that stud hen or cock that you're using initially. You should not have any duplicates of any other pigeons in it. That means it's very, very closely bred to that. Now again, this is all research that I've read and heard it works. I don't know if it's going to work. So I'm not sitting here saying, oh, this is the be all and end all. Like I said last night in the video, most fellas nowadays, they pair their boards best to best, no matter what they're from, how they're racing, whatever, and that's fine. That's each their own. This is just something I'm doing, and I'm only going to do it with one line for the moment because I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months or years. In fact, you know, they might not even be here as yearlings; they might be gone. So I'm just preparing, and then next year, should I be still here, I'll breed from these. I'll farm out the youngsters. I'll probably keep a handful for myself, depending on what's happening. But I certainly won't be racing in the next year or two. Well, that's just not even feasible at the moment, just because of what's going on here in my life anyway. So that's kind of where I am. That's why, Albert, I'm going to persevere with the Wizards, because I never really gave them a chance. By all accounts, any boards I've given out, my father has gotten them out of the water into Ireland, especially the Harvey boards. They've flown. For one of the lads up the north I gave them to Wesley Sawyers there, the Reverend Wesley Sawyers. He, as yearlings, I think 5 out of the 6 he got off me initially back in 2016 or 17. As yearlings, he got them out of Taibni, Penzance and Bude, stiff enough races for the lads up the north. I do believe he lost them after that as 2-year-olds. Such happens. But by all accounts, the boards that I've farmed out have been working. You know, the Ardens, my dad has got a couple of the Ardens out of water. Like I said, with Palin Sligo, he's gotten them out of Perth. He's also farmed a few out from his end, and they've been successful. They've won their feds and done very carded in their feds rather in the west of Ireland for him and other fellas he's given them to. So by all accounts, the boards do work that I have here, or that I had here. So I'm going to persevere with this one line. It'll keep me ticking over. I'll try and develop a very close-knit family from this, which is always the aim of everybody. Something I learned from my previous experience. I ended up with way too many pigeons, way too many stock boards. You know, last year 40 pair of stock pigeons, just way too many. So this year I have these youngsters here now, just to flit about, just to piss about, just keep me interested. If including these, including the other ones, I probably have 20 or 30 boards that we're going to breed from now, and that's about it. That's where I'm going to be finished. And again, they'll all be very closely related. They're all going to be half brothers and sisters, bar I think there's 3 here that are grandchildren of Musgrave Wizard, but the rest will all be brothers and sisters of Musgrave Wizard. Half brothers and sisters out of them with the different hens. And like I said, the aim then is to try and increase, but it's not about stopping there. I will be keeping a couple of youngsters next year for this reason. It's about breeding down from the line. So you don't just breed from, most of the time we breed from our stock boards and we don't breed, and you eventually get something racing, and hopefully that's the aim, is to retire stock boards or race boards into the stockcraft. But it's a rare occasion lads do that. You know, it's very few and far between, and what happens is when you do that, you're still crossing your boards. I'm trying to get a family going whereby I'd be literally ready to go. Should I be ready to race again in a couple of years? I will be testing these boards. There's not going to be any boards left here. Bar these original line, these force boards, they won't be raced. The ones that are grandchildren will be. When I say raced, I mean tested, because they won't be raced. not at least for a couple of years anyway. But they'll still be here if they're still here. But the young boards certainly next year that I hold here will be tested. And by tested I mean they will probably end up in somewhere in the UK through friends of mine. Release them on a good day midweek and see if my handful of boards can get across the water on their own. That's how I'll be testing them long term. But that's down the line and may or may not happen as the time goes by. So we just have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to just relaxing with these. You know, I have a few here. They're quite a nice couple of young boards. There's one there actually is a double grandchild of the Wizard, and my God, she's like the sparrow pigeon I had here before. This one's even smaller. She'll be on the race road. Like she'll be tested. She'll be sent across the water, and that would predominantly it. The yearlings then, that when I breed from these, the young boars that I breed from these should be. That's technically where you get your 43% coefficient, genetically similar to your original stud board. And then the aim for there is to race those out to find the breeders. Now, I would be happy, they will all be raced, but certainly initially I'll be taking yearlings out of that team to breed from, the same as I've done before, because I want to breed down from the team. They won't be going back into the original stuff, they'll always be getting down. So what I'll end up doing is putting cousins together all the time. So I'll put cousins together, pick maybe 2 or 3 pair of them as yearlings. They'll be paired together. Now we're going another generation away from the original, but everything has that, at that point, 43% coefficient. So you're hoping to have raised the standard of the genetics within the loft. Ideally, you should, ideally in my view anyway, if you have 2 lines created like that walk as a cross, great, you know, because you can cross them then as well, and then if those are successful, they get bred back into either family. I mean, the likes of Jeff Cooper does this all the time. He has a very close-knit family. When he crosses his boards, and the board, the direct offspring, the initial cross, he sometimes finds is okay, but when he puts that back then again into his original family, then he finds he gets even better boars. So that's just something that I have been thinking about for a few years, and that's kind of where I'm at with it now. I don't know what's going to happen down the line. I'm not sitting here saying I'm going to be racing next year or not. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to carry on regardless. I'm going to carry on regardless. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to set the loft up again just for convenience sake more than anything else, somewhere to keep the boards. I'll be setting up 3 young board sections, 3 old board sections, and a section for flying out breeders of the year. That's kind of that's what I'm looking at the moment. So I'll be setting that up over the next few months. I'll show you guys the loft as I do it. And that's pretty much so. Albert, I hope that answers your question as to why I'm sticking with the Wizards line. I've really never given it a chance. So from that perspective, it's a new line for me to be using. The other boards, like I said, have been successful for other people that I've given them to. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, so have a good day, guys. I'll do another few videos over the next few months, and look, throw the questions at me, comments, whatever. You know, I'm learning still. I don't have answers. I certainly don't have all the answers, and I've certainly never raced very well or clocked very well, so I'm not going to seriously anyhow, but I've just done research. I know the breeding systems work, that it's proven out there. It's also proven not to work by other people. I know the inbreeding that I've given to cross the fellas has worked out very well. Just a second. Has worked out very well for other fellas. So sorry, daughter interfering. So yeah, so that's where we are, and we'll just see how things go. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll keep going. It works. It's proven to work, and I'm going to give it a go. All right. Good luck.